Okay, good morning, sir. My name is Sarah Diao, and here is my presentation about my term paper. Actually, the page that you're seeing here that I've shared is all about my IEEE conference template that you shared so that we can work on it and generate a final term paper for AI. So here I needed to show you how I obtained my PDF, my LaTeX PDF. On my left, you can see that this is the code I wrote so that I can generate my PDF LaTeX for my term paper for the AI final project. So this is my code, as you can see. At the extreme end of this olive paper, I have my images that I needed to appear in my term paper. I uploaded them here after creating a folder called img on this. So, and on my right-hand side here, you can see that this is my term paper. After running my code, you can find that I get this is the output after compiling my code. This is my term paper. It has 7 pages. And the name of my project is Predicting the Students' Performance in Exams using artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. So I really thought it wise that I would show you it because you may think maybe I generated it from just changing the word to PDF, but I got it from an olive IEEE complete paper, as you can see here. I think that's all. I have already downloaded PDF of this LaTeX format. I downloaded it from here, and that's what I'm going to give a brief explanation about it. I think that's all. I wanted just to show you this. Let me share a downloaded PDF LaTeX paper, then I give some little explanation. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. This is the downloaded PDF, as you can see, the one I was talking about on the other previous page I'd shared. This is my LaTeX paper. As you can see, it has tables, graphs, the name of the author, or the biography. So the name of my project is Predicting the Students' Performance in Exams using Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Techniques. Like, once again, I said, my names are Sarah Adiao, the Department of Computer Science, Makerere University, Kampala, Uganda. Down there is my email, and why you're seeing all of this one author is that I am the only one person who did this project, and it's only one email and one details about one person. So when you check on my left-hand side of my paper, because this paper has 2 columns, I have an abstract, and it gives the detailed information about this paper before you go down here and start reading whatever the paper is contained. It is giving you a clue of what I am going to talk about in this paper. This is the abstract format. It summarizes everything that I have all here in this paper. Then we go to the next. The next part is the part 1, introductory part of it. It's a detailed information. Maybe before I forget, we have the keywords: artificial intelligence, machine learning, exams, and performance. Those are my keywords in my project that really I cannot leave them out. So when I talk about the introductory part, this is explaining those terms in details, as you can see. They are really clear when you really follow them well. So in my part 2, I talk about the research background. The research background of my research is based on the impacts of artificial intelligence on education sector, in which AI is based on algorithms that make computers make things or produce output without the human intervention in it. So AI has a variety of areas whereby it has improved people's experiences, like one, impacts of AI on a teacher, then also impact of AI on knowledge, impact of AI on students, and also machine learning techniques. And under these machine learning techniques, you find that there are 3 types majorly on the techniques of machine learning, talk about the supervised learning and supervised learning, reinforcement, whereby the supervised learning, they use labeled data, then unsupervised and labeled data. Then the reinforcement, that one uses the techniques when it is programmed to produce something. When you go to the literature review, this one, I bring you the outline of the previous work being done or being researched about the same topic that I'm doing right now. So all this, it gives us a different number of authors, like I quoted them here. I have references down, like there is an author of reference 6, 7, 8, 6, 1. So these people also did the same project like the way I'm doing here. So we really have some similarities and little differences based on the classifiers we're using for producing this work, and also the metrics and so many. So this literature review gives you what other people were able to do and come up with their results with respective percentages, just with a little deviation, just like mine too. That's all about the literature review. So when you go to, but the literature review has some subtopics like the research gaps in the literature, the observed academic performance of some students really poor in higher institutions. That is a gap I saw in it. And even me, I really experienced it. So there's a need to make some improvements by using this AI so that we can predict the students' performance before. Then part B is summary of my term paper, contributions. The contributions I've made to this paper is that this, maybe making this analysis, not very much, like I performed this data exploration analysis, actually removed some columns that were not necessary in my paper that I needed, then also make some changes in it. Then also this study will actually educate on the design of artificial neural network, and also educate students' academic performance on how they can implement the neural network to predict it. Then also, it will also act as a research basis for other researchers who want to perform the same research on the same topic that I'm doing. When you talk about the methodology here gives us the outline, how I perform the whole project, what I'm supposed to follow, how I get my data set from Kaggle, reprocess it and use it to produce the output that I need. So this methodology gives us the steps that I followed in doing this project. Then now we talk about the subsection of that methodology, dataset description. In my study, I will use the data students' academic performance dataset, XAPI dataset, that has 480 data instances with 16 features, and the features are divided into 3: behavioral feature, and my target. There is also democratic feature and academic, but my target is on academics, whereby the students' math can be classified into 3 following categories: the low, medium, high, and those students of low, those ones who can score 0 to 69 marks, medium 70 to 89 marks, then high 90 to 100 marks. And even before I selected this data set, there are some factors I really considered in it. Some of the factors is the performance, the research goal, then inference time, then finally the data set size. The part B of that methodology, we talk about the data preparation and exploration analysis. When we talk about the data preparation, this brings us a knowledge how we can see how data is categorized, then how to deal with the missing values, and many more when you talk about the data preprocessing or preparation, as I already said it here. But here, this is just a table one showing us the initial features of my data set that are categorized in 3 forms. Number 1 is democratic features. When you talk about academic features, then finally behavioral features, as you can see, I talked about it. It also has some formulas, as you can see. When you come now to the exploration analysis, this one means like you really do the data cleaning, involves so many steps that you're supposed to do so that you come up with a nice data set that has less errors and efficient results. So here I had to obtain the heat maps, correlation matrices, box plots, outliers. Like you see the heat map here, it has some colors, and some colors has a meaning that there are some area that needs to be corrected. When you talk about the correlation matrix, how these features vary with each other. Like, for example, I gave it a graph here, a sample, whereby the relationship of students with their parents. There are those ones, the relationship with the mom and then dad, but these ones with the mom, they perform higher than those students who are related to their father. Basing on this graph, as you can see, the green bar means higher performance. As you can see, then the orange means medium, blue means low. So as you can see, the student, the relationship with the mother, there is high performance. The father, so that brings a correlation how these people can relate. Then I talk about the box plots. This one also takes about the variation of maybe 2 or more features in my data set. This is just a graph of a box plot. Then we talk about the outliers also. Those features that lie. Outlier refers to an observation that lies an abnormal distance from the other values in a random sample of data. Outliers are like in my data set, I got a graph of the G, the grade, actually, the grade section. You find that the grade of 5, grade 9, and grade 10, since my outliers, since they have very few counts, and in the addition, no grade 5 student passed and grade 9 achieved higher marks. Thus, they are my outliers. They are self-explanatory. As you can see, this is a graph of the outlier. You find that there is I was talking about G5, G9, and also G10. See how they're performing. They're really varying a distance far away from the other previous performances. So when you go to Roman number 5, talk about the AI model selection and optimization. These models, they are really of a group, very many of them. One of them is the Gaussian naive Bayes, talk about random forest, talk about support vector machine, talk about the KNF neighbor, and also I'll be using a variety of performance metrics such as confusion matrix, accuracy, recall, precision, F1 score, as you can see them. And then AI model selection accountability. Accountability refers to the ability to be accountable and responsible for an outcome, and it's a cornerstone of the governance in AI. Accountability in my project is that I have to be responsible in the following ways: assigning responsibility, ensuring there is sharing regarding expectations, and this explains what needs to be delivered, how long it will take, and how much it will cost to produce good results. Be open about issues and risks, give the received feedback, and accept balance, accept fame or blame. Then when we talk about the results and discussion, here I bring you results of tables, graphs, how I obtained them. As you can see, I talked about these matrices of precision. I get the confusion matrices for respective classifiers. As you can see, there is confusion matrix for random forest, confusion matrix for logistics regression, confusion matrix for KNF neighbor, and their respective percentage. Because I am classifying my data set, I want to find the best classifier for my data set, as you can see. Then now when we talk about Roman number 3, I come to my conclusion. In this paper, prediction of students' performance will be performed by firstly preprocessing my data and extracting features that have more variance in comparison to other features. Thereafter, I will perform dimensional reduction and using information to extract features that have most variance to better my model's training and testing accuracy from the 5 off-the-shelf classifiers. I will use support vector machine as the best performing classifier, since the previous researchers also were getting the 81.67 and even more. So my data set and Python source code, this is my source code to my notebook, but it does not open in any other browser, sir. I am really very sorry, apart from only the Microsoft Edge browser, but you can also use the VS Code. Then this is a link to my selected dataset from Kaggle, you can see. And when you come down here, these are my references. I quoted them down there. Talk about my biography. Adia Osala is a student of Makerere University in Kampala, Uganda, and pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Year 2, Department of Computer Science. My research interests include learning artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques, applying the knowledge obtained in artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to predict the real-world occurrences, specifically in this paper, predicting the student performance. Thank you, sir, for your time. And I may stop here. This is my term paper, final presentation. Thank you.